pretty nice introduction, and it's basically also what we usually do at Google. We are really, really fast and flexible. I also shortly want to tell you my story at Google and the work I actually love. What am I doing? I'm the developer relations lead for Germany, which means I should be friends with the around 1 million developers here in Germany. Not Googlers, nice people, but like they do not interest me like from a work perspective, but everyone else. So everyone who's in touch with our technologies. We do have community programs. You just met Annette, Women Techmakers is one of them. And this is actually a picture of one summit for all of the community organizers we do every year in a different city. And there we just gathered some feedback and information about that. So my role is basically listening to their feedback, giving that to product teams or our overall programs, and trying to be the connection point between Google and the developers out there. And how do I get there? So what was my journey of becoming developer relations lead? So I started with university. After finishing school, I studied media studies, and then I did a master in communication science, and then decided like the perfect thing is to do like public relations. And I did that for a couple of years, and along the way, it just did not feel right anymore. So then I decided, it was also like not my free decision, because they canceled my last job because they had to close the branch. They did not have a PR, at like the PR, what is Abteilung now? Department, thank you so much. The PR department in the agency I was working, so I just thought I reset, and then by accident found this job at Google, and I'm there since 2014 and quite happy. And I'm not sure if I can tell you like what actually brought me here, if you get anything out of that, but at least I tried. So there were some challenges along the way. It was never that I never got a job. It was always like easier for me to apply, and I also was good in my last job. But it was always when there was like this disruption in, now you finish with your studies, you don't know what to do. Now you get fired and you don't know what to do. And for me, all of those challenges, and I think they're happening to everyone around here, was always like to take one step back and then rethink everything, don't panic, and trying to figure out what to do afterwards. So I think it's just 3 things which I want to give you, like my recipe. The first one would be like just listen to the environment. Like what's the most important thing is not what you actually do, but the people and the culture around you. So this is actually my team. Only 2 people are in Germany. So the rest is like all over the world, because we work regionally. But those are the people who keep me going as well. So as long as the team feels right, the work is automatically like a little bit better, you love it more. But it means also the work culture, something where you can feel good. And if those factors are good, then the work itself also makes more fun. Of course, I still cannot be a doctor, because the skills also like important, but I think this is like equally important, if you have the skills, to find something that you actually feel good about. What you should not miss about all of that is like the other part, like as Manu said before, she's also working like 70 hours a week, but Google is also like not just a fun place, but always do, this is also a fun place, I don't want to get fired. No, but also do the other things, like don't over stress only the work. Like your social life is also part of that. It can be connected to work, it should not always. So I do all of like crazy stuff. I went on a rally this April for like around 1 month and just drove through Turkey. And we did unfortunately not win the first prize. It was a camel, it would have been really cool. But it was like a great adventure, and I think those things are the ones which keep me going as well, and which drive me, and then I come back and have new ideas, I'm more motivated, and do that afterwards as well. And the other thing is like, relax a little bit. Like, I don't know, I got fired and then I was like, okay, just go on vacation, and I took 2.5 months off and just was traveling. I spent like my last Euro, I think I did like a scuba diving thing, and I was like, yeah, my last 200 euros, whatever. And I think it's sometimes like this confidence in yourself, like you're someone, you have specific skills, maybe you need to figure out what those skills are, but there is a job for you, there's a reason for you that you can do something, and I think that's the attitude which helps you. So I was always enough confident, I even don't know why, because I also figured it out along the way what I can actually do and where I'm good at, like from PR to doing like developer relations, it's a longer gap, but this is actually something, just listen to yourself and don't panic and just think about what you might do and what you're good at, and that's basically it. And all of the pictures actually like my pictures, so these were like trips around the world I did before. And if you have any questions, you find me later here on stage as well. Thank you.